Hey everybody, it's Rob Trey City Guns and Ammo, and today we're taking a look at my new hunting rifle, which is a SBR chambered in 6.5 Grendel. Stick around. Yes, as I said, this is a short-barreled 6.5 Grendel that I have built for hunting here in Western Oregon. Western Oregon, we don't need real heavy calibers for our deer because we shoot blacktail. Blacktail are small, they're easy to take down, they're not much bigger than a German Shepherd. And I do a lot of hunting behind gated logging roads. I'm sorry, behind gates on logging roads. And so sometimes I am packed way back behind a gate, and the last thing you want is a very heavy rifle to schlep around. And the 6.5 Grendel is a really great caliber, even in a shorter barrel. So this is a SBR lower that I had already done through the ATF SBR, and so really I didn't build the whole gun. I've got multiple uppers for this lower. I built this 12.5 inch 6.5 Grendel upper. I got my Scienceco ASR 46M mounted on here because that's how I intend to carry this when I'm hunting. I've done barrel break-in and basic sight-in with this, and that's basically all I've done with this rifle. So we're going to do, I've done a bunch of test loads using the 100 grain Barnes TTSXs, and so we're going to do some load testing and see what this likes now that I've done regular break-in and basic sight-in with it. And so we're going to bring you along for that, but just wanted you to be able to take a look at this. I think it's going to be great. It's super compact, super light, even with the suppressor on it. Should be easy to pack for all day hunting behind, miles behind a gate potentially. I used a Faxon lightweight gunner barrel. So again, I was trying to keep this thing light. The whole thing, I don't know what it weighs, but it's very little. It's super lightweight. Did a Faxon handguard on it. And I used a Bear Creek Arsenal side charging upper. I've done a lot of builds with the Bear Creek side charging upper. They're inexpensive and they work really well. I have gone and I've trued this upper. I've got a AR-15 lapping tool that I have run on that to help true it up. So I don't have any reason to believe this won't be a very accurate rifle with that Faxon barrel. The great thing about the side charging upper is when you're running suppressed, you get a lot less gas blowing back in your face. And when I was shooting those just now, I had absolutely nothing coming back in my face. So that's one of the reasons I really like that side charging upper. They're budget friendly, they're good, they're quality, and you get less gas when you're running suppressed. So let me go get set up on the bench, get some cameras moved around, and we'll start doing some load testing on this and see what kind of groups we can get out of this with some hand loads. We'll be right back. So for our hunting load, I've got 100 grain Barnes TTSX. I figured out the shorter barrel going with a lighter bullet would help out with the velocity. And I've got 5 different 5-round groups to shoot to see which one this thing prefers. Again, we've got Scienceco Hybrid 46M in the shorter configuration with the 30 cal end cap on it. And just do some testing and see what this gun likes. Get the target cam started here, and I'm gonna just be single feeding these. I'm not gonna feed them out of the magazine, but let's see. So I guess just because I'm not sure exactly where these are gonna hit, I'm gonna start off on the center bullseye on that target. That looks like that came in 1, 2, 3, about 3 inches low. Windage is good. And typically what I'll do is I will shoot the entire group before I make an adjustment to the scope, because getting it dialed in is not really my goal here. My goal is mainly group testing. So I don't want to make any changes in the middle of a group because I just want to see how this groups. Well, it looks like those two went in the same frickin' hole. Like literally. And then that one dropped in 2 inches lower. That's kind of bizarre. Yeah, now you get two in the same hole and then one thrown off by 2 inches. That one's kind of in between. Last round. So that looks to be between 1.5 inches and a 2-inch group. So that is obviously not stellar, but we're all the way down to pretty much the bottom end of the load data. That's not really where I want to find my accuracy node. I'd prefer to find it a little higher up on the velocity scale. Barrel is barely warm, so we're going to go ahead and keep on shooting, but I am going to adjust this up. We're going to go up 10 clicks. That should be approximately 2.5 inches of adjustment, or 2.5 MOA rather. This is a Vortex Sonora 4-12 by 44 scope, for those that were curious, on a Vortex cantilever mount. So now we're going to go to the top left bullseye on that same target. That one, it's 1 inch left and about 1/2 inch low. That one's about 1/2 inch off from the first one. That one's about another 1/2 inch. So right now we're looking at maybe just a shade over 1 inch group. And that's right there with the first two. So it seems like if that third shot was maybe just a bit of a flyer, which is very possible, this could be a really good group if it's just a single flyer. And that one's right in with those first three. So discounting the one flyer, that is a pretty nice group. Suppressor's still tight. It's getting a little warm. Barrel's getting a little warm. I'm going to pause everything. We're going to give this a few minutes to cool before we go on to the next test groups. Alrighty, we've let things cool down. We're ready to try our third test load here. And I think we're going to go to the bottom left bullseye on that target. It's all same powder, same bullet. Each 5-shot group just increases the powder charge by half a grain. That one's about 1 inch low, 1 inch right. And that one's 1 inch left. Oof. That's a rough start with this here load. Rough start. That one's in the left side of the bullseye. Huh. Anytime you have a case of sticky extraction, you want to take a look at your brass. Let's see. Well, I don't see any overpressure signs, so I don't know why that brass stuck up in there. I don't see any overpressure signs, so I guess we'll just keep on rolling. This group is not looking great. Oof, that's even worse. So we're looking at about a 2 to 2.5 inch group there. That is pretty awful. But we're not warmed up much, so we're going to go ahead and do another 5-shot group. We may have already found and then passed our accuracy node. But we'll see. We're going to go to the upper right bullseye on that target. That one's in the upper part of the bullseye. That one's 3/4 of an inch higher than that. That one's just about touching the first shot. I think that one is damn near in the same hole as the last shot, possibly. The last shot of this group. Alright, just had to fail to fire. Huh. Let's try that again. This is interesting. I might have to mortar this. I seem to have encountered a bit of a snag. I'll be right back. Alright, we are rolling again. See if I can get that fifth shot to go off. Not really sure what was going on there, why it was stuck. And that shot came in like 4.5 inches lower than everything else. And we are completely locked up again. Alright. Let me see if I can figure out what's going on. Alrighty, we figured out what the problem was. Broken cam pin in the bolt carrier group. That is not good. So I guess we need a new cam pin. I've never had that happen before. I've never had one break on me. But everything else looks to be okay. Our last shot of that group came in way low. I really hope that that was something to do with this thing going on. Not that it could have been all the mortaring I was having to do. May have thrown it off the scope. So I have some 100 grain Wolf military ammo. I'm going to put a round or two through it just to see if my zero should still be close enough that I can do more group testing. And hopefully no more broken cam pin. So that was literally the first time I have ever had that happen. So I'm going to shoot this Wolf Military Classic ammo at the center bullseye. I see nothing. You guys are looking at it live, so maybe you saw something. I wonder if we did knock the scope off a touch. I'm going to aim for right between the top two bullseyes, so in line with that center bullseye, but it's going to be about 6 inches high. And see if we can see it then. Okay, there it is. So that one's about an inch low of where I was actually holding. So let's see if we can test another load. Alrighty. So we're going for the bottom right bullseye. And that shot is about an inch to the right of the bull. Since this is our highest velocity, I'd love to find a good accuracy node here. That one's about a ½ an inch off of the last one. That's just a little higher than the one before it. That looks like that may have gone in the same spot as the last one. That one may have gone right. No, that one's right by the bullseye. So the best group that we found was that second load so far. That was 27.5 grains of powder. What I'm using in this is Benchmark. That's what I was loading up with. No, I'm sorry, Levolution. This was 27.5 grains of Levolution powder, 100 grain Barnes TTSX. So I might try some different powder on another hunt load. We might do another video doing a little more load development in this thing. It's really weird about the cam pin breaking because I've never experienced that before. I mean, it just sheared it. So bizarre. But we got it working again, and I guess I just got to replace a cam pin. So anyway, I'll do some more videos with this, and hopefully we will be able to turns out I didn't have my phone scope going for that last test load. We'll zoom in here so the camera can see where that was in the bottom right corner. Sorry guys. Having the little stoppage there, I guess, kind of threw me off a little bit. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching the video, doing some load testing this gun. We'll do some more. We'll dial in exactly what this rifle likes before hunting season. Luckily it's only May, so I got a lot of time. But I think this is going to be a great little carrying back into the backcountry rifle. I think it's going to do quite well. So anyway, make sure you're subscribed and your notifications are turned on so that when we return to do a follow-up on this, you'll see it when it comes up, along with the rest of the videos. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.